A road trip with a fucking psychopath. Yeah. Sounds like my kind of movie. A Serial Killer's Guide to Life follows a young woman with extremely low self-esteem who is consistently, almost compulsively attending self-help seminars, buying self-help books, DVDs, tapes, just everything she can get her hands on. And she's also kind of obsessed with a famous self-help guru. She's pretty downtrodden and constantly letting everyone in life just walk over her and act like she just doesn't exist. That is until while attending one of these self-help seminars, she meets Val, a self-proclaimed life coach who offers her services to Lou. Oh yeah, by the way, the main character's name is Lou. I think I failed to mention that. Val invites Lou to go on a road trip of self-discovery, visiting a variety of self-help seminars, kind of, so as to help her grow as a person. And of course, as the name of the movie implies, along the way we find out that somebody is not as they seem. And as not as they seem, I mean someone's a raving fucking lunatic. And madness, murder, and self-enlightenment ensue. This movie's pretty fucking funny in like a really dark way. Make no mistake, this is a dark comedy. This isn't like ha-ha lighthearted comedy. This is a very dark comedy. The movie's view on pretentious people and the world that they've created and what it decides to do with said people is pretty fucking great too. And while the movie is funny and pretty satirical at times, it does have a pretty poignant message about being who you are and not letting the world just push you around. And that by standing up and being the person that you want to be and the person you should be, you'll be a better person and cease to just be one of the people and begin to be an individual. So yeah, all comedy and craziness aside, the movie actually does have a pretty good message. Now, the way that our characters get to this message is pretty fucking messed up though. Our two leads, played by Katie Braben and Poppy Rowe, are a joy to watch from beginning to end. The subdued yet cynical performances they give here work wonderfully, especially in contrast to the over-the-top pretentious dipshits they meet out in the world. Now, while our mains are great characters to follow throughout this world, all the side characters, those pretentious dipshits I mentioned, are some of the best parts of the movie as well. Each self-help situation that they visit deals with some type of over-the-top, pretentious, out-there way of getting in touch with yourself. And the characters they meet are a bit over-the-top, but they just really work within this world. Now, while they're all out there and pretty funny as hell to watch, the highlight has to be one of the first ones that they meet out in a wilderness exercise named Ben, played by... I'll try, I guess. Editomia Edun. I mean, come on, man. Wikipedia says he goes by Tamiwa. Fuck! Mr. Idun, man, I don't know. Dude, I know I just butchered the fuck out of your name. And worse yet, if you look on Wikipedia, that is actually his name. I'm not even going to try. But you know what? Regardless of all the butchering in the world of your name, and I'm sorry about that, you did a great job in this movie, and you were definitely one of the highlights. Overall, everybody does a really good job in this movie, and there's not really any weak links. The movie is surprisingly not as violent as you would think of a movie called A Serial Killer's Guide to Life. Now, don't get me wrong, there are a lot of violent acts in this movie, but it doesn't really show a lot of them actually happen. It implies a great deal. And it shows like the aftermath or write-up leading to the act, but there's very few times that it actually shows the act happen itself. And honestly, it was pretty much the same impact. It didn't take anything away from the movie. I was, however, surprised at the lack of violence, on screen at least, in a movie about a serial killer going on a murderous rampage. Once the story starts going in this movie, you get this overbearing idea that something is not quite right. And no, I'm not talking about the fact that we're watching a movie about a serial killer going on a murderous rampage, but no, something that you don't know. Something's happening or something's going on that you, the viewer, don't fully get. And you would be right, there is something going on that you do learn later on in the movie. Now, there's a good chance that you're gonna kind of figure this something out about halfway or a little bit more than halfway through, though the movie does do a really good job of keeping you guessing even after you kind of feel like you know what that something is. It throws curveballs at you constantly that make you question what is actually going on here. And while I applaud the movie for doing that, and it does keep you guessing until the end, once you actually do find out what's really going on here, in retrospect, there's a few issues. This is really my only main gripe with the movie. Some of the stuff that's happened previously in the movie, once you figure out what's actually going on, it doesn't all quite line up. That's nothing major. All the major things, they make sense. But there's a couple of small things that just don't quite make sense. I guess there's one scenario that could actually be going on here that could explain some of those things, but the movie doesn't actually ever address these few little issues, or at least it didn't to me. Either way, they're not really a big deal, but they are those kind of little things that stuck out in my mind at the end of the movie. Now, in no way did they take away from the movie or what it was trying to say. I still enjoyed the movie. It's just, admittedly, at the end of it all, I did think of those things, and I still am right now. This was an interesting, quirky, entertaining, darkly humorous movie. If you like dark comedy, you're probably gonna enjoy this one. It has some really good performances, some biting humor, a great pace that never lets you get bored, and a satisfying ending that makes A Serial Killer's Guide to Life absolutely worth a rent. If you have a dark comedy funny bone, check this one out one night. I don't think you'll be disappointed. So there it is, guys, my review of A Serial Killer's Guide to Life. If you enjoyed and want more content like this, hit that subscribe button and help my little channel grow. If you liked what I had to say, give me a thumbs up. If not, let me know in the comments below why. And as always, I'll see you guys next time.
Don't worry, Marcus. Won't take a second. We'll talk more about this later.
As out there as some of these self-help meetings that they go to in this movie seem, I think that there's probably actually a lot less satire involved here than one would initially think. I mean, really, some of the people and the way that they act in this movie, I've known people just like this in real life. So while watching this movie, just know, if you didn't already, yes, there are in fact pretentious douchebag fuckwads out there in the world just like this. Just letting you know, that's my PSA moment. The more you know.